We start with breaking news right now. In Aurora, police are investigating a shooting at an apartment building off of North Nome Street near 16th Avenue. This is our very first look at that scene, a live look as police are still there, that neighborhood, portions of it cordoned off. What we know so far is that a call came in at around 4:30 this morning. We were told that 2 men were shot and then rushed to the hospital, one with life-threatening injuries, the other with serious injuries. A third person also taken in the hospital with a broken ankle. We do not know yet what led up to the shooting. Our crew has just arrived here in Aurora, again in this neighborhood where that shooting happened. We're talking nearly 3.5 hours after that initial call came in, and a very active police scene right now. As you can imagine, they're in the early stages of gathering information. As we learn more as well, we will continue to update you both here throughout this show and on 9news.com as well. We appreciate you joining us. I'm Manusha Roy. We also want to get right over to 9 News Weather Impact Team meteorologist Chris Spears, because Chris, we are starting a pretty significant heat wave that people are going to need to pay close attention to for the coming week.
We are the second heat wave of the month. You remember back around the 8th, 9th of July, we had 3 days in a row where temperatures flirted with 100. This is a repeat essentially, and we're warming up fast. We started right around 60 this morning. Now many of us sitting right around the 70-degree mark, 69 here at 9 News and at the airport. The heat wave is being driven by a ridge of high pressure building in, but we also have a flow of very dry air coming out of the west and southwest, and that hot, dry air is going to park itself over us along with the ridge of high pressure, and that's going to mean a heat wave that takes us through really a large part of the upcoming week. You're looking at the high temperature map for today, triple digits in the Arkansas River Valley, Lamar, La Junta, close to 100 for most places on the plains and western slope, 70s and 80s in the high country. So your headlines for the week, besides the dry air coming in and the record temperatures possible, air quality will be on the decrease, especially in the northern part of the state. We'll detail that in your main forecast.
Also developing right now in Aurora, police say 2 teenagers were seriously hurt in an overnight shooting yesterday. It happened just after midnight on Saturday on South Naples Way. That's in Aurora Center Point's neighborhood just off of South Buckley Road. Officers say someone started shooting at a large gathering there, and 1 teenager was taken to the hospital. Another teen showed up at the hospital shortly after. Police have since arrested a teenage boy found at that scene with a weapon. It is not clear if he was involved. Police are still investigating that shooting. Denver police think a possible road rage shooting shut down a section of I-25 North and Aurora Parkway this weekend that is near Empower Field. 1 person was taken to the hospital. We are told they are expected to survive. Right now, police have not said whether they have a person in custody.
We just want to know who did it and why. And we want this person to pay for what he had done.
This morning, a plea from a mom whose daughter was found dead in Boulder. A memorial service for Zariah is scheduled for August 10th. This is as police are still trying to figure out what exactly happened to her at just 19 years old. She was found on July 14th near Canyon Boulevard and 18th Street. Police believe Zariah's body had been there for several days. They sent us a photo of that trailer and said that Zariah grew up in Aurora. Her family, however, is saying that she left her family when she turned 18. Her mom, who now lives in a different state, says it's been more than a year since she's heard from her daughter.
It hurts a lot because as a mother, you want to protect your child for the rest of their life. But sometimes when they become teenagers, they want to do their own thing, and sometimes the worst happens.
Records show that Zariah's last known address was a homeless shelter in Boulder called the Source Youth Resource Center. As of now, we are not sure of when or even if she actually lived there. We have reached out to the shelter. We are still waiting to hear back. If you know anything about this case, you are asked to call police. Colorado GOP Chairman Dave Williams has avoided a mutiny from his fellow party members, at least for now. Critics had planned to vote on removing Williams and other party leadership Saturday, but then a last-minute court order left them confused. Dozens of party insiders met at a church in Brighton yesterday for what they called a rally. They were supposed to hold a vote to oust Williams and other party leaders. Those plans were squashed when Williams won a temporary restraining order, keeping the vote from taking place the night before. Organizers met anyway, but did not call any official business. Instead, it was an informal gathering where critics shared their frustration about current party leadership.
The current leadership is not serving the party well, and therefore it's not serving us to get elected. You can't govern unless you win. And right now, we don't have a winning strategy. Our officers are letting us down as far as getting that winning strategy out.
Williams has faced mounting calls to resign from GOP critics who accuse him of misusing party funds to support his own congressional campaign and dividing the party by endorsing candidates in contested primaries. That criticism came to a head on Friday when 6 Republicans running for Congress in Colorado called on Williams to resign. Congresswoman Lauren Boebert did not call for his resignation, but did put out a statement criticizing a, quote, failure from Chairman Williams to lead after our primary election. In news across the U.S., California's largest wildfire so far this year, the Park Fire, has been exploding in size in just 4 days. That fire has now burned more than 350,000 acres. It is sprawling across several counties. It is only 10% contained at this point, and it is moving north from Chico. More than 130 structures have been destroyed, and thousands more are under threat this morning. Authorities believe the fire was sparked by a man who was spotted pushing a burning car into a ravine. He has since been arrested on suspicion of fire. Little bit of good news, though. Firefighters again have achieved that 10% containment after zero containment for 3 days. On top of that, the weather is also improving, and that's helping out firefighters as well. In Chicago, protesters held a rally on Saturday demanding justice for Sonya Massey, the 36-year-old black woman who was fatally shot by a sheriff's deputy in her Illinois home on July 6th. Organizers of the rally say the now ex-deputy should be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. Authorities say Massey was shot after she called 911 because of a possible intruder. The deputy was fired and jailed without bond. He has pleaded not guilty to first-degree murder. Around the world, a rocket hit a soccer field in northern Israel today, killing at least 10 people and injuring 19 others, including kids. Israel says the rocket was launched by Hezbollah in Lebanon, Hezbollah denying responsibility. They did, however, say it hit a military base in the Golan Heights in retaliation for Israeli attacks on a village in Lebanon. Israeli authorities say the victims were all between the ages of 10 and 20. Israel and Hezbollah have been trading fire almost every day since the war in Gaza started. Secretary of State Antony Blinken is continuing his trip to the Indo-Pacific region today. He is traveling to Laos, Vietnam, Japan, the Philippines, Singapore, and Mongolia. While abroad, he is expected to reaffirm the importance of the work the U.S. does with allies and partners in the region.